Sorry about that, guys. Had to do a couple of dishes. But I'm coming. I'm coming. It's warm in here. Good morning, guys. It's a bright and early read with Nature's Daughter. Also, simultaneously recording from the Queen Karima account. Let's get you zoomed in so you guys can see and I can see. And let's, boom, get that light on so I can really see. All right. Good morning, guys. Hey, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, right? I hope you guys are having a very blessed morning. I feel great this morning. I got some shut-eye and I'm feeling well rested. So I hope you guys are feeling well rested as well. Good morning, Tarot High Priestess Ruby. It's been a while. I haven't seen you. Good morning. Welcome back. Good morning, Saw Jack. Okay, not sure what you're talking about. Hey. Is that German or Russian? Ergashev. Hope I said that correctly. Good morning. William U. Fury. Good morning. All right, let me see. Okay. Comments were made. Samir, good morning. I don't read, I think that's Arabic. You guys might see an Arabic tattoo on me. We had to look this up. This is my brother's name, Jabril. Most of my, well, all of my siblings, except for my oldest brother, we all have Arabic names. His name, I want to say his name is African, but I'm not sure. I think it's African. Jomo. That's my eldest brother's name on my wrist. But I don't speak Arabic, Samir, so I have no idea what you're saying there. Okay. Really? Not even going to say your name. You sound like an idiot. So get off of my page right now. What is that? Drippy Edits? Okay. Hi. All right. So it's early in the morning. Hopefully my audience is going to be, you know, on the up and up. I'm recording simultaneously from my Queen Karima and my Nature's Daughter account. My Nature's Daughter people, I pretty much know what I'm getting into over here. The Queen Karima crowd, I'm still getting to know you guys. So half of the people that come in are not subscribers, and that's fine. But when you come into my channel, act like an adult and be respectful. If you're not vibrating high, if you don't believe in what I believe in, then leave. Get out now before I have to escort you out. I don't play games. We're not going to be children over here. It's for adults only. If you're under 18, please leave the room voluntarily. I don't have time to play with you. Okay? If you're thinking about spewing off a whole bunch of ignorance, I will put you in a timeout. Okay? And from there, if you can't get it together, you will get kicked out permanently. So get it together, guys. I don't want to have to be, you know, treating you like I'm your parent, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be your mom or your dad or act like I'm God in your life. I'm here to be your reader, right? And we're all adults, so we're going to act like adults or we're going to get kicked out like children, okay? So that being said, this is for adults only. If you're under 18, please leave the room voluntarily. This is for entertainment purposes, so don't take this reading and go out and make a life-altering decision based on this reading or any other, okay? Um, let's all keep it high vibrational and let's keep it classy, okay, guys? All right, so let me make sure I got my camera set up correctly. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So for the Nature's Daughter fans, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm monetized now. So you guys have options to join the memberships. I have a membership. The tiers start at $2.99. There's $2.99, $6.99, $9.99, and $19.99. For the $19.99 membership, I will be adding this in. That will be for... Okay, get off my channel and don't come back. You're an idiot. I don't have time for that. Like I said, this is for adults only, and if you have a drug problem, I'm not here for it. I'm not here to help you or play games with you. I'm not here to play games with anybody. So if you're here on some childish ignorance, then leave or get kicked out. All right, so moving on. All right, I have memberships. The $19.99 membership, guys, that's going to be the one for personal readings. Okay, and I'm setting it up now where I will be doing live readings with Nature's Daughter, and you will be able to get your personal reading there. It will be a club that you can join for $19.99 a month, and you can get your personal readings there. So I'll get all the details together for you guys, and if you want personal readings, that's where you'll be able to go to get them. I'm doing that because of the whole situation with money outside of the U.S. I am in the U.S., right? And I'm not in the mood to try to differentiate the different money. You know, every continent, different countries, they have different money. So what I'm not going to do is try to figure all that out. Hi, Emmanuel. I'll let YouTube do that, and we'll stick with that aspect of it all, and I'll let them handle it for me as it pertains to the whole money aspect of it. Let me slide this phone down because it seems like it's drooping again. Going through that whole thing. Let's see. I'm trying to get my camera right over here. All right. Good morning, Legend Plays YT. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. This is a Pisces reading. Pisces is from February 19th through March 20th. Intuitive, creative, emotions. Feel when the time is right, guys, for Pisces. Let me go ahead and pull this card out because it's in the case and it's glowing. Okay. So let's get into this Pisces reading, guys. We might go ahead and do, not might, I will. I will be doing more than one today. I'm definitely going to do Aries, and then from there I'll have to pull the rest, okay? Hey, Tarot High Priestess Ruby. It's been a while. All right, guys. So, like I said, I am recording simultaneously from Nature's Daughter and from Queen Karima. My Empress Goddess Energy channel is right there. I will be doing lives on that channel as well, on all three, probably within the next week, because they finally caught up my not caught them up, but they finally got the number up to 50, even though I have more than 50. But they're still not letting me do lives yet. You're supposed to have 50 subscribers in order to do lives. I have well over 50, but they're not calculating them. So I don't know what's going on there. They did that a little bit with another one of my channels. I have 5. I'm not stressed about it. It is what it is. It'll get there when it gets there. So when it does, hi, Miss K. Once it gets there, then I will be doing lives from 3 channels at the same time. I am not doing content creation on any other um, social media outlet. I do have a Facebook account, but I don't use it for that at all because people from my past are always looking me up on there, and I just don't. It's too easy to hack uh, the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter worlds. I don't even know what Twitter's called now. I know it's called something else, but the last time I was using it, it was Twitter. Oh, God. Ew. Okay, I'm going to have to take a pause and clean my glasses. I was wondering why they looked a little foggy, but it looks like grease splatter from me cooking. Oh, gross. I'll be right back. Okay. I had to change real quick. I had on some pajama pants that just, they're comfortable, but I felt them ripping. And I'm like, wow, I guess they're just, it's time to say goodbye to those. The comfortable pajama pants are always the one that falls apart. Anywho, it's real. It's live TV, right? That's what happens when you do a live, right? It's live, and whatever happens when the live happens on the live. Okay, so let me get my protection jewelry on. I've already had a couple run-ins with a couple of idiots already. So let's just start the day wearing what I need for protection to keep the idiots away. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I made this one, by the way, if anyone's interested in jewelry. I'll be wearing my jewelry soon, guys. I got a lot that I've already made, and I will be wearing more, and I will be selling my merchandise on here. But as of right now, I'm just not. I was advertising some of my jewelry when I first started my page, but then I stopped because there's just a lot of things that happened right after I started the page. Literally, I started the Nature's Daughter page to kind of help me get through the grief of losing my mom. And then the following year, my dog died on my birthday that I have for 14 years. So those two things really kind of, shook me up, you know. 2 days after my dog died, I was so emotionally distraught over, losing my mom and my dog, who was emotionally supporting me through that. We went and got the dogs that I have now, and they were 5 weeks old. They were cute little pookie bears, and that really did help distract me from the grief that I was going through. It helped me go through it in a healthier way. Because I had two puppies, not just the one, but I had two puppies to take care of and nurture and love on, and not be so focused in on what I was going through. Oh, goodness. YouTube held a message for review. Do I dare see who it was and what they said? Oh, okay. That was, okay, Ruby Tarot. I guess they got nervous. They didn't know what you were saying and they hid your comment. I'm going to show your comment because you didn't say anything wrong. It's called X. Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you, Tarot High Priestess Ruby. It's called X. Now, that she was telling me about Twitter because I'm lost. The last time I used Twitter, it was for, God, it was so long ago. I'm about to take you guys back. So I was working third shift or something like that. I was getting off at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I used to watch The Voice. And I don't know if they still do this, but they used to let you vote up until like 6 o'clock in the morning. And you could vote on Twitter. It was Twitter back then. And that was the reason why I had an account. It was seriously only for me to vote on The Voice. I would record The Voice, come home and watch it, and be like, oh yeah, that's who I want to win. And I would vote like everybody else until I couldn't vote anymore. But I would do all my voting on Twitter because I couldn't call in the vote, because by the time honestly, by the time I went to my first break, the show was off. So I could, the cutoff time was done. Anywho, let me get back to my reading. We're doing Pisces, guys. Sorry I had to cut that short and change clothes really quick. This has been kind of a messy reading this morning, huh? I started out, I went over there to warm up a cup of coffee and realized I needed to wash a couple of dishes, right? It was literally just a couple pieces of silverware, but I'm OCD, guys, and I've been like this my whole life. My mom, when we were little, my mom used to, on the weekends, would wake me up and we would be cleaning walls. And the bathroom and the kitchen was always spotless, and we vacuumed every day, and, made up our beds before we left the house. That's just something that's embedded in me. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is make up my bed. And before I go to bed at night, I always do dishes. But, sometimes my husband, he makes his, protein drinks and stuff like his little drinks that he makes, his little tonics that he makes to keep himself healthy. And it's always some spoons in the sink when I wake up in the morning. So I always wash those. Or if there's a coffee cup that he may have used before he went to one job or another. So, hi, Nurse L. Hi, Nicholas. Nice. Okay, so Charlie Kirk passed away. Darn. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that situation, but someone did ask us to pray for Charlie Kirk's family a couple days ago. So I'm rest in peace and my condolences to the family. I don't even know what's going on there. I really need to watch the news, I guess, because there's stuff going on that I'm just missing. I'm telling you guys, sometimes you get wrapped up in your own life. After COVID, I stopped watching the news regularly because it was just way too much going on, right? And like I said, I've had my own tragedies in my own life. And then I just kind of stopped watching the news. And since I've been where I live now, I was watching the news a little bit. I had gotten pretty used to watching the local news. And I was watching it while I was in the hospital, but I couldn't keep going with it because the news doesn't tell me anything. It's not like it used to be when I was a kid. The news on TV told us about, the real events in life. Since the web came and social media, now real news and social media news and people just talking out the side of their neck is all intertwined, so you don't know what's real and what's fake. So I decided watching the news is just not for me because they don't really tell me anything that's worthy of being on the news for the most part when I do watch it. So, you just kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, just like a reading. You take it with a grain of salt. Anything you hear from a person outside of yourself, you take it with a grain of salt. So I don't know. I mean, even when they say someone passed away, I can't even take that for what it's worth because they lie about people dying all the time. Aw, absolutely, Nicholas. Nice. Absolutely. And I hope everybody's having a blessed start to their day. Okay? Don't let anyone take your sunshine, guys. Seriously. Because I'm telling you, people are acting really weird. People are acting really weird. And I feel like they're going through some stuff and they're deflecting, but you don't have to take that energy in, guys. Just I'm trying to stay positive as I can no matter what goes on around me, right? So I want to give off that energy to you guys, right? Stay positive. Don't let anyone make you react to them. Make them react to your positivity. We don't have any control over other people, right? All we have control over is ourselves. So if we're out here being the best version of ourselves that we possibly can be, then we don't have to worry about people mistreating us because we're not going to give them a reason to, right? We're going to give them all the reason to respect us and treat us with love and light because that's what we're spewing off to them, right? So let's be the love and light. Let's be the change that we want to see in others. That way we don't have to worry about anyone deflecting their ugly behavior onto us. It's like, block all that, right? And then keep chugging along like a freight train. Chicka, 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 chicka. Choo, choo. Pow. Go straight forward with your positivity, right? Get into it, yeah? All right, Pisces, let's get into this. February 19th through March 20th. Feel when the time is right. Intuitive, creative, emotion. So it's time for you to tap into your inner child, Pisces. Okay? And let's get into this reading. Let's get into the creativity of it all. Ooh, you know what? Let me get my favorite deck. Can't start my reading without my favorite deck. Yeah. when I say my favorite deck, I mean my favorite deck. Okay? For all those who didn't know. It's an awesome 240 card deck that I have. It's called Graffiti, TEA. And this is volume 2. Hopefully I'll be able to get volume 1 soon. Charlie Kirk got shot. Oh, wow. That is horrible. This is the deck. That is horrible. I'm telling you, the world today. I mean, it's not just today, because I'm telling you, when I was growing up, it was crazy. The whole gang violence thing, when the whole gang thing really hit Michigan, it was horrible. You would think the smaller cities would not be, you know, so prevalent with all the big city stuff, but it was. It was. I was living in Flint, Michigan, when the gang thing hit, and it was really bad out there. Oh my God, such a small city, but it was so crazy. I was like, you guys have lost it. He got shot in the neck while debating with senators. Oh, you know what? I think I did hear something about that. That's crazy. Debating with sinners. So this is a Christian guy. That's crazy. I think I heard about that. Wasn't it like didn't it seem like a setup or something? Like, oh man, that's really messed up. That's messed up. Like, a debate is supposed to be words, right? We're supposed to be able to talk it out, right? Why are people bringing guns to a conversation, right? It's crazy. It really sucks. I just, condolences to the family. I don't care what a person believes in. I don't care what a person is saying. Words are words, right? We can have a conversation, but once you take someone out, the conversation's over, right? No one deserves to have their life taken because of words, right? I was just talking to my husband about that. I was like, you know, I see people out here trying to aggravate people to the point of trying to make them hit them so they can call the police on them. You know, people are out here trying to provoke a response, you know, a physical response with words. And it's ugly. And I think people just really need to stop doing that, you know, because we're living in a time where people just don't care. Life means nothing to these kids today. I mean, they're going on vacation and they're not coming home, you know? They're fighting to the death on vacation. It's like you can't do anything now. What did it say? After a person dressed up as the devil, he got shot. Wow. That's crazy. All I have to say is a human life should be worth more than the words that come out of their mouth. Seriously. Even if they're spewing hate, eventually you can figure it out. But I just don't feel like people need to lose their life over words. But I digress. I don't want to get into that because I don't know the details of that situation. I don't want to talk about it. Condolences to their family, but I'm not going to spend any more time talking about that because I don't know anything about that and I don't want to get into it. Moving on, because I don't want to digress and I don't want to get off topic, we're going to get into this Pisces reading. So first we're going to do is we're going to find out what the energy is. We're going to find out what the energy is, okay? Let's see here. Ooh. On the cut, it's a family feud. Giving it all you got, and incel. All right. Okay. That's what we got on the bottom, guys. So let's see what's going on here. So family feud. There's family issues, internal fighting within, issues stemming from childhood, prolonged conflict, Pisces. So you got somebody in your family, probably a cousin, that's fighting with you guys, continuing this family feud on some personal issue that they need to deal with themselves. People need to do shadow work. Everyone needs to do their shadow work. And what happens when you don't do your shadow work is you wind up deflecting your energy onto everyone around you and making everyone miserable because you have not gone within like you need to, right? You have to deal with your own demons from the past, guys. If you don't deal with them, they will deal with you. They will haunt you until you conquer them, you know? Because you will always be living your life in fear that that's going to come back around somehow, right? So you gotta deal with it. Okay, let me get this camera right because I feel like I'm going back and forth and I don't like doing all that. So let's get it right. Okay. It's actually pretty perfect. That's probably about as perfect as I'm gonna get it, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Alrighty. So, giving it all you got. One last big try, maximum effort and energy toward a goal, not holding anything back. So, what I feel like if you're doing is you got something going on in your life, right? You're going into a new adventure, a business adventure, and you're putting all of your efforts into that, right? This family situation, you've already released this. Most of you. Some of you still need to do your shadow work. But what I'm feeling is most of you have already released this energy. Excuse me, this energy and this person, you don't even talk to them anymore. This cousin is someone that you have released. You guys have basically stopped talking to each other, but they're still trying to keep the drama going. They're going above and beyond to try to keep this mess going, and you're just not into it. They're going to F around and find out because you're giving it all you got in your life, right? And all that they're doing in hindsight, trying to keep the family against you, trying to keep this drama going, whatever the issue is, it just feels like it's a whole bunch of shadow work that they need to deal with. Like something happened to this person and they're blaming everybody and instead of just looking within and dealing with it. Right? It happens. You know? It's like when something bad happens to a person and they don't deal with it in the moment, what winds up happening is it settles within them and it continuously comes up whenever they are challenged, right? Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm hot. It's like it's dark where I am. I don't know where you are, but it's 6 a.m. where I am, and it's dark, and I've got lights on all around me, and these lights are hot. I've got the air on, I got a fan on, but these lights are very hot. So yeah, I'm hot. But anyway, thanks for asking. What is it, Ray? Pyst? Thank you. Aw, you're so sweet. God bless you too. But and my hair, my locks. This is my hair, and my hair is hot. Usually, I like to have it up when I'm doing a reading because it keeps me cooler. But yeah, when I first woke up, I was freezing, so I let my hair down, and now it's really hot in here because I got all these lights going. You know what? I think I might turn the air up. But anyway, you're trying so hard to focus in on your life and what you need to be doing to make your life better, but you know, you got someone that in the background that's really jealous. That's the real situation. Pisces. You got someone in your family that they're jealous, and that jealousy has turned into envy, and they're trying to use the family situation or whatever they've been through to deflect their angry, envious energy for you. You're out here trying to get it how you live. You don't like the way things are going and you want it to be better, so you're putting forth more effort. You decided, I don't want to work for someone else. I'm tired of working for other people. I can't make my life what I want it to be working for someone else. So I'm trying to cultivate something different. I'm trying to do something different in my life. And I'm focused on that. And instead of feeding into this family drama, you've cut cords with these people. Family or not, you don't have to keep people in your life. Just because you're related to them does not mean you have to keep them in your life, especially if they're wreaking havoc on your life, bringing you nothing but drama. No, you let them, bye-bye, see ya. Family, blood relatives does not mean that you got to keep them in your life, and it doesn't mean that you got to let them wreak havoc in your life. Move on, you know? Keep giving it all you got to what you're trying to cultivate in your life, Pisces. Don't let these family members come to you with this crap. Continue to push forward, okay? They'll figure it out. Incel, unable to engage in sexual relationships despite wanting to, leading to feelings of frustration, anger, or resentment towards society or women. Ooh. That's crazy. So these cards are numbered. It's 240 cards in this deck, so this is the very last one. 240 is on there. But it's crazy that that's the last card in the deck. Doesn't he look like an angry guy? He's a very angry guy. Because he can't get it up. So basically, unable to engage in sexual relationships despite wanting to, leading to feelings of frustration. This sounds like erectile dysfunction. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a guy that can't get it up. And he's upset, and he's taking it out. He's taking his frustrations out on everyone around him because he doesn't know how to figure that out, and he doesn't want to go to the doctor. A lot of guys are embarrassed about that. They don't want to go to the doctor and ask them for help about their wiener. If you want it to work, you better do it, you know? I remember I used to do customer service for Blue Shield of California, and I remember people calling in saying how it was their fault that things weren't going right in their life. And I was like, wow, I think people really do think that the medical field is there to, like, they can really fix everything with a pill, but you need to realize that you got to treat your body right. Seriously. A lot of times erectile dysfunction has everything to do with what you're putting in your body and what you're doing or not doing to your body. Most guys that have erectile dysfunction, if you treat your body right, if you start to eat right, if you eat clean and you exercise on a regular basis, your man will work for you. Yeah. You got to treat your body right. Look into what you can eat that will help keep that working, and what exercises you need to do to keep the blood flowing like it's supposed to. Guaranteed you'll have better results than with a pill. Guys, stop going to the pills. Those pills are not good for your heart or your kidneys or your liver for that matter. And honestly, what it's doing to your member, it's not healthy. It's giving you a false erection. You know what I'm saying? And then when you want it to work, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to control it. What it's going to do is take the control from you. So stop using these pills to work your member. Take care of your body, and your member will work. But yeah, that's for this guy, this angry guy that's out here wreaking havoc on women because he can't get his member to work. It's not her fault that your member doesn't work. Get it together, dude. But as far as this whole family situation is going, I wouldn't let that stress you out because you got a lot going on. Ooh, but you do. Ooh, I don't know. Just this card right here is kind of scary. And it's not to put fear in your heart, but it's to make sure you understand that whoever this person is that's up against you, they really, really want your demise. Okay, first of all, spark of creativity came out first, a certain burst of inspiration. Fresh idea, unexpected spark, new possibilities, innovative, and genius. So giving it all you got goes with this, okay? Giving you the best that I've got. Yeah. The spark of creativity, right? It's a sudden burst of inspiration, fresh idea, unexpected spark, new possibilities, innovative, ingenious, right? Because you need to tap into your inner child. I think I said that at the very beginning of this reading, right? And that's why you're giving it all you got. Give it all you got. Give it all you got. Eh. That's a song from like the 90s, the early 90s at that. But this family feud and possibly the incel, because that guy seems extremely angry over his sexual issues, right? Someone is out here trying to hire somebody to take you out. Hiring someone else to do dirty work, blood money, organized crime, spousal revenge, scandal. So, okay, so this is an ex. This is a bitter ex that's paying, that them tried to pay someone to take you out. So be very careful, Pisces. This is not to pump fear in you, but this is to make you aware that someone, it's either your family member or this bitter, crazy ex that's got some erectile dysfunction issues. Or it may not be erectile dysfunction. It could be he's battling with his sexuality. He might be trying to figure out whether he wants to be with men or women. And it's got him angry. You know, maybe you guys played around and did some stuff. And you know something about him. And you got some receipts. And he don't want you to be able to tell anybody. So you better be aware of what you're doing, who you're doing it with. Honestly. You know, I'm laughing, but I'm just kind of more of a nervous laugh. You gotta be careful. You know? I say that to say this because sometimes when you know people's secrets, instead of, you know, taking the chance on someone figuring it out or finding out through you, they'll take you out to make sure you don't tell anybody. So be careful. Hold on, guys. All right. So be aware of this. Okay, guys? I don't want to say the big M word, but someone's trying to take you out and they're trying to hire someone to do it. So it's the big M word for hire. Perplexing, confusing situation, baffled, something that makes you think, coming out of nowhere, puzzling. And this is what it is. It's going to puzzle you. It's going to be like, really? Are you seriously trying to do this to me? And for what? For why? What's the deal, yo? Like, I mean, what? Are you seriously trying to take me out? Because you can't figure out your stuff? Time zone troubles, complications arising from differing schedules, connections, and miscommunication. Yeah, I don't know if it's an actual time zone thing, possibly, because I've got family members all over the place, you know, on all different time zones. And it does get a little, you know, crazy when it comes time to trying to, you know, stay in contact with everyone and trying to make sure you're not disturbing someone when you call them on their time zone, but it is what it is, you know? You know, everyone has to make sure that they're doing their part and being the best version of themselves. Don't be out here trying to hurt people. But, you know, just know that if you're on the right side of right, if you're being positive, if you're being the best version of yourself, you don't have to really worry about what other people are doing. You know, stay prayed up, you know, make sure you're doing what's right, and you don't have to worry about what other people are doing. You got this. Okay? 1 second, guys. Let me pause for the cause. All right, guys. Let's see what we got in the money moves. Money moves oracle. Okay. And at the bottom, we got fruits. Wow. Wow. That's what's up. And wow, I love this card. All right. So at the very bottom, I'm just going to read them in order of how it came up. Fruits of labor. Rich gain is here. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich, Pisces. You got to get into it, babe. Like, seriously, you got to understand where you are, right? You got to understand who you are and what you're capable of, okay? Money tree, enjoy your wealth. Dreams come true. You will get what you have long desired. So everything you want is coming to fruition. It's divine timing, right? Wisdom, use your best judgment. Insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. So you know what you need to do. And you know who needs to be in your life. You know who needs to be cut. Most of you do. The ones who don't, go ahead and do that release ritual, that cord cutting ceremony. Take care of that. Snip, snip, time to go, babe. If you're not doing what you need to do in my life, then you got to go. If you're not a positive influence in my life, you gotta go. If you're negative in any way, you gotta go. I'm not here for it. And you shouldn't be either, right? You gotta take the reins of your own life, right? You gotta take the reins of your life. You gotta say, hey, this is my life. I want positive things for my life. I want great things for my life. I'm learning the lessons. I'm getting to the blessing on the other side, right? I'm elevating myself. I'm vibrating so high that I'm ascending to the next stage in life, and I can't take everyone and everything with me. So I'm ready to release what no longer serves me. Bye bye, snip, snip. Okay? Love and light to you. I wish you healing, but I can't take you with me. Right? Because everybody doesn't get to go. Just like I can't go with you for your next stage. Your next stage doesn't include me. We learn the lessons that we need. Our souls learn the lessons that we needed to learn from one another, right? And it's okay. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. When you focus on what you need to focus on in life, things happen the way they're supposed to happen, right? When you learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn in life, when you love without attachment, best way to go. Okay? If you're attaching yourself to everything and everyone that comes along, guess what? You're gonna you're gonna have a hard time. You're not supposed to attach yourself to anything or anyone. Period. Learn the lessons, figure out the reason or the season of that situation and move forward in love and light. If you're attaching yourself to everything, then you're not learning the lesson, because the lesson is never attachment, ever. Okay, limitations. Let go of your worries. Fear and doubt limit freedom of action. When you're running, if you're living your life in fear, you're not living your life completely. Right? You're putting limitations on anything that you could possibly accomplish in life. Right? So we're not going to limit ourselves ever. Okay? So foresight and investments. Foresight, be farsighted and alert. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth, right? So you need to be intentional and focusing on your forward progress and your wealth, right? Investments, invest wisely. Investments made will have positive results that bring prosperity. So basically, like I said, you have to be intentional about your financial situation moving forward. Like if you have inventions that you want to put out there, now's the time to get into that. Now's the time to push that forward. If you have a promotion at your job that you've really been wanting to apply for, do it. Stop putting limits on yourself. Stop making yourself feel like you can only do so much. You can do whatever you want. Um, okay. You asked why you can't sleep. You said you're a firefighter and you live off of Red Bull and taquitos. First of all, that's why you can't sleep. Stop drinking Red Bull. That's one. And you're a firefighter. I have the utmost respect for firefighters. My family, we had firefighters in our family. They didn't die from their job, but they have passed on. Um, but yeah, very much respect for the firefighters. So salute to you and thank you so much for your service and everything you do. You probably are a very busy person working in Arizona as a firefighter. It's like you're basically living on a fire. So freaking hot there. God, it's so freaking hot there. They make Texas feel like an iceberg in Arizona. To me. Man. So yeah, that's part of why you can't sleep. Get off the Red Bull, man. And those taquitos are probably ripping your holes in your stomach. It's another reason why you're not sleeping. You're probably out pooping all night. Don't eat that crap. That's horrible for your body. Independence. Don't depend on others. Manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security. Do not let anyone else control your finances. Period. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you have no control over your finances. That's self-explanatory. And if you don't understand, if you don't know, then I'm going to let you figure that out. Because certain things you have to know for yourself. Common sense is something that doesn't seem to be very common nowadays, but it should be. And I'm going to make sure that people that watch me tap into theirs, because I'm not going to give you all the gems. I'll give you some of them. Spiritual work. You are a light worker. Open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. Listen to your heart. It guides you home. All right. Some of you are light workers. Some of you are star seeds. Some of you have clairs, one or all, right? Some of you are psychic. Tap into your gift, Pisces, because you need it. You need to call your power back and you need to tap into your individual gifts. Okay, guardian angel. Trust your guardian angel. Some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. All right, so you do have a guardian angel. I know I got Archangel Michael watching over me. Okay? We all have more protection than what we know. Okay? And you got to tap into what you have access to, you know? Your spirit team, your past over loved ones, your connection to the Most High. You got to tap in. You have got to tap in. Messages of cosmic oracle cards. Gosh, I haven't used this deck in quite a while. I'm telling you guys, I wasn't trying to take a month off. I took 2 weeks off because I had to take care of a lot of business. And then I came back and did a couple readings, and I had to take a couple more weeks off. I had just a lot going on in my life, and then I got monetized. um, and I wasn't able to just like dive right in the way I thought I was going to be able to after being monetized, because life is happening, you know. I came to Texas in the middle of 2022. I've been here for 3 years, and I've lost my mom, my dog, and I almost lost my life to cancer. And I don't want to die here. I've lost enough here. So I don't have any intentions on staying here. That's not going to happen. I'm good. And so that's the energy that's going on for you, Pisces. Whatever you've lost up until this point, it's giving you the energy to propel forward and move on to your next stage in life. You're not letting what happened to you make you a victim. You're a survivor, right? So you understand that, and you're going to move forward in survivor energy. So let's see what the message of cosmic oracle cards has for us, huh? Oh, let's see. Bet on yourself. Take chances. Reach your dreams. You've got this. Okay? I can't make this up, guys, but this is what I just said. It comes out in the cards because it's the truth. Stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. You are one person. You need to focus on your own dreams right now. It's all about you, Simba. So look at yourself. Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. Right? So you're not living in fear moving forward. You're living with intention, with purpose. Stay present. That's where life happens. Stay present, okay? Because you've got the power. You've got the power! Power! Yes! You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. You've got the power. You got the control. You've got the reins. All you got to do is whoop, whoop, tap in. Tap in. You know, your intuition, you need to follow it. You need to trust it. Your intuition is your connection to the Most High. Tap into it. What'd you say? Where am I from? I'm from Michigan. Take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. Take responsibility for you, babe. That's a part of being a survivor and not a victim. When you're a victim, you're like, oh, everybody did something to me. Life happening to me. Why? No. We're not victims over here. This happened. Yeah, it did. But I survived it. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna survive it. Yes, I'm gonna survive it. That's how we're getting down over here. Okay? So give yourself some credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. Because life is not easy, right? You make it look easy, Pisces, but it's not easy. So while it's hard, yes, it doesn't mean that you're not learning the lessons that you need to learn to move forward and have a wonderful life in the end, right? So keep taking the reins, keep understanding that you're the king or queen of your own world, okay? You got this. With the Most High on your side, you can do whatever you put your mind to. You're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. You're an entrepreneur. So step into that energy. You're a boss. Nobody tells you what to do. You know what to do, baby boo. Talk to the Most High God and you'll figure it out. Trust me. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. Hello. God is within you, right? The Most High is right there within you. So you pray and you meditate. You get those answers to those questions. Start a dream journal. It might be a good idea for you to start, a good time for you to start a dream journal, right? Pray and meditate before you go to bed at night. Exercise and do some yoga. It really opens you up to receive better. And then you keep a journal next to your bed. When you wake up in the morning, you write down what you remember from your dreams. You do that for 7 to 31 days or for the rest of your life. It will change your life. You will get the answers to your questions. You will get messages from the Most High and your past over loved ones. It will change your life. I promise you. Okay? I'm not going to make this reading super long, guys. I got things to do. I do want to pull out some tarot, though. Oh, you know what? I haven't used my black and gold deck in a while. So let's do that. This is the black and gold deck. I got that from Temu. Comes in a box. Gold gilding. And it's black and gold. I'm on fire. These lights are super duper hot. Ooh. All right. It's crazy how long it's been since I've used this deck. Okay, I'm going to pull a few cards from this deck, and I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Okay, is this upside down? What is this? All right, this is the Judgment card, and it came out reversed. Now, these cards do have the reverse meaning on them, so we're going to read the reverse meaning. It is a fire sign card, and the planet is Pluto. The answer would have been yes, but when it's reversed, I'm pretty sure it's a no. So doubt, forsaking a vocation, ignoring a calling, avoiding change, unhealed wounds, lack of forgiveness, delay. So this is the energy. And I said this. Some of you need to do shadow work. And that's exactly what this is. You got to do the shadow work, because if you're not doing your shadow work, you're living in doubt. You're ignoring your calling. You're avoiding change. You're not healed. Right? So, and lack of forgiveness. If you're not forgiving yourself and others, it's going to keep you in a constant cycle until you do so. That's a lesson that you got to learn. That's a part of your shadow work. And if you don't do it, you're going to stay in this repeated cycle until you learn that lesson. The blessing is to learn that. And learning that lesson is to stop that cycle and be able to move forward. You cannot move forward until you learn this lesson, because you got to learn this lesson in order to be able to ascend to the next level. You can't take everyone and everything with you. And that means the baggage of the past. You got to let it go, babe. You got to let it go. You got to give it to God. You got to forgive yourself, and you got to forgive the people that hurt you. You got to forgive yourself for allowing them to hurt you. Because people can't do to us anything that we don't allow them to do. Even though we don't feel like that in the moment, that's what it is. That's the reality of the situation, right? You got to take ownership of your part in letting a person hurt you, allowing them to hurt you. And once you take ownership of that and forgive yourself for it, and forgive them for being a coward, the coward that they were that hurt you, you move forward in love and light, and you pray for their healing, so they don't do it to the next person. Like, what did my girl say? She said, send your love to you in a letter. Treat her better. We got to let go of all of our goals. We both know we ain't kids no more. Yes. Let go of that crap. Okay? Because you got to grow up at some point and realize that we all play a part in our own pain. Okay? So once we grow up and realize our part, and then we have a better chance of forgiving people and living a better life moving forward. Okay, so fire sign is coming out again. Now that one, that last card was fire, and the planet was Pluto. This is fire sign, but it's specifically for Aries. And this is the Four of Wands. Now, mind you, this was the Judgment card upside in reverse that I read previously. Okay, and that whole thing about judgment, the doubt, the forsaking vocation, ignoring a calling, all of that is judgment upside down in reverse. So this is the Four of Wands, and it's upright. Oh, and the meaning on the other part of the judgment card is answering the call, and that would be the call to action creates new opportunities. That would be the upright meaning, but the reverse is ignoring the call. Ignoring the call. But for this Four of Wands, the holidays, celebration, family, friends, gathering, homecoming, wedding, success, community, self-esteem, prosperity, security. Right? Did it say security? No, it says success and security. It's a big fat yes for this Aries fire sign. Be ready for every opportunity you have worked for. So what this tells me is that you got great things coming, and Aries might be the one to bring it, to might help to be blah 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 blah. Can't even say it. There's a Aries that's going to come along and assist you along your path. They're going to help you cultivate this new idea and help you get it off the ground. Ace of Pentacles. And this is an earth sign. This is for all earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Big fat yes. Take action on your ideas. Ace of Pentacles. New financial opportunities, new job, resources, investment, abundance, money, wealth, health, comfort, stability, manifestation. So either you have a earth sign of one of these coming in to help you, or all. It could be one of each. It could be a Taurus, it could be a Virgo, it could be a Capricorn, or it could be all of them coming to assist you with this Ace of Pentacles. It might be a group of people coming to assist you. But you got yeses all around you, Pisces. What this is telling me is this is a time for you to go out there and get it. It is a time for you to go out there and get it how you live. Whatever you're trying to do in life, now is the time for you to get out there and do it. It's going to be a lot of yeses for you. So go ahead and tap into this energy while it's available to you, because it's not always going to be like this. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, guys. I want you guys to have a wonderfully blessed day. You got a chance to get your reading before the sun came up, guys. Okay, this Pisces reading, this is rare. Rarely are you going to see me up at 5 o'clock in the morning doing a reading. Usually when I'm up at 5 a.m., I'm out, doing something else. I'm out there getting my money. Okay, we might be out there door dashing or doing some Uber Eats or something, but we're out there making money. We're not at home, and I'm almost always never at home doing a reading at 6 a.m. I'm usually either asleep or out there working, and I usually do my readings somewhere between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. because I've been doing later readings in the evening. So understand this, guys. For my daytime crew, I do night readings now. I am getting on at 10 p.m. sometimes, 10 or 11 p.m., and I'm staying on for about an hour or two. So anyone that's up for the moonlight readings with Nature's Daughter, know that those will be available. Know that I am monetized now, so I do have membership tiers starting at $2.99, $6.99, $9.99, and the $19.99 one. That's going to be the Nature's Daughter Personal Readings Club. So get into it, yeah. I'm going to post that and have that on the community board, and let everybody know what's going on there. Thank you up front now for any super stickers, chats, super thanks. They are all greatly appreciated, and none of them go unnoticed. I truly appreciate anytime someone tips or donates to my channel, because I am unemployed. I am a housewife, and I am unable to work. I was hurt on the job at Tesla a few years ago, so I am disabled and currently still healing from cancer surgery that I had 3 months ago. I was on a live the other day, and I kept saying January. I don't know why. Maybe that's because that's when my birthday is, but my cancer situation took place in the month of June this year. So I had my diagnosis on the 9th of June, and then 3 days later on the 12th, I've had surgery to remove my gallbladder and part of my liver to remove the cancerous spot that was on my liver. Stage 2 carcinoma. Walking miracle. Walking miracle. That's my testimony, okay? Found out I had cancer, and 3 days later they took it out. As far as I know, I'm still cancer free, so we're going to pray that that stays like that. Okay, guys, so Pisces, I am going to bid you adieu. You had a wonderfully great reading. You got a hater in the mist. Family, friend, or ex. I'm not even going to say friend. Family, ex-friend, or ex-love, ex-boyfriend, or ex-lover. Someone is trying to hire someone to take you out. So you make sure you stay on the up and up, okay? You make sure you stay prayed up with your protection, and you make sure you peep your surroundings and know who's who, okay? Because sometimes we have stalkers and we don't even know it. So be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of who is in your life. Know that you have a snake in the mist. And hold on, I got a couple more cards to pull for you. There's a message in the spiritual news. Okay, so let me get that message to you really quick. Sorry, I was just led to pull from this deck. So I am very obedient. Okay, when I'm led to do something, I gotta do it. All right, let's see. What messages do you have for Pisces Spirit? What message do you have for Pisces in the spiritual news deck? Breaking news. Focusing on the negative will never bring you positive results. Train your mind to focus on the positive and the things that you want, not the things you don't want. So let's keep the positive thoughts and positive talk at an all-time high in your life. Let's keep that negative Nancy talk, not even at a minimum, just stop it. Just don't talk negative to yourself at all, Pisces. Don't limit it. Just completely stop the negative talk altogether. Let's be grateful for what we have right now, right? And be open to receive what Spirit has for you. But don't be negative. You know, everything happens when God is ready for it to happen. So know that divine timing is at play here. Okay, in other news, Spirit confirms that you are ready to take that leap of faith. Hello. Listen to Mama when she's talking to you, okay? Trust that Spirit has your back 100%. This leap will open the doors to amazing changes in your life. So go ahead and jump already. The time is now. Jump! Everybody jump! 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 Everybody jump! 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 Get into it, yeah! 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 You got to do it, babe. Take that leap of faith. And with that, I bid you adieu. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the tribe and grab a membership. If you want a personal reading, get that 19.99 membership, okay? So you can get your personal readings in the Personal Readings Club. I love you guys. Have a wonderfully blessed day. Go out and enjoy nature. Love yourselves and each other, okay? And like I said, guys, those super thanks, super chats, super stickers, they are all greatly appreciated and they do not go unnoticed. I love you guys. Namaste. Have a wonderfully blessed day.